Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. You may have noticed a few new things in the background here. First is the castle wall, which will be the main focus of this video. And second are these weird armor stands, which I didn't put here. I don't know who did, but when I picked them up, there's like they have the names of people that I know on them, which is very creepy. Anyways, but back to the castle wall, which is more important. I've done an example here of what the inner wall here will look like and the outer wall. And I'm not 100% sure about the diorite there, but I think for the most part this is what I want to do. Feel free to give me feedback on this, but I will be doing a live stream, or I guess I will have already done the live stream by the time you're watching this, where I made the whole wall pretty much. So that should be somewhere on my channel if you want to watch, but I'd still be open to making tweaks to it. Now there are some things that I'm not 100% sure about with the castle. Like I'm pretty sure that I'm going to make the wall in this style, but I'm not 100% sure about what I'll have as a roof, and I'm not sure what would be between the inner and outer walls. I don't know if I want to have just an open space with buildings in between, or if I want to have like almost a mansion where it's just rooms right between the walls, or I don't know yet, but I'll figure that out eventually. I won't be doing the interior for quite some time. I think I'll just be focusing on the wall for a while. Like, just building it is one thing, but adding details is a whole other thing. So that'll probably be next episode. But another thing I'm not sure about is what I want to do in the middle here. I've had some interesting ideas from people, but I don't know what to do yet. The one that keeps popping up though is the idea of a volcano almost in the middle, and having this black stone almost like with magma or lava in the middle, which I think could really work, and I think if executed properly that would look incredible. But I'm not 100% sure I want to do that yet, but I don't have any other good ideas, so for now I'll say that that's what I'm going to do. But I think that's about it for this area. Even though this is going to be the main focus of the video, I won't be spending much time on this. This is just the main project of today, so that's just an overview. I'll talk more about the castle wall in the next episode, so stay tuned for that. The next thing that I'd like to show is below us, and that is my farm. Now, not much to talk about here except for the fact that I obviously extended it out quite a bit, and I realized pretty quickly that the glowstone every like 8 blocks or something was not gonna work, so I had to change that. But yeah, it works pretty well, and I've harvested it a few times and it's given me a lot of wheat. Last episode I said I didn't know what I was going to plant here, and I still don't, but until I have another crop that's better than this that I have available to plant, it'll probably be wheat, which I know isn't a very good food source. You know, bread isn't great and stuff, and I even have baked potatoes in my inventory. We'll see. It's easy to change, and I've also been considering breaking up parts of the farm to grow different types of crops, which is an interesting idea. Now, I don't think I'll continue it past this wall, but I'm not 100% sure yet, so I'll just leave it like this for now. Now, when I turned around briefly a few times there, you might have noticed a few changes in the city here, especially with this huge building here, which is the next focus of the video. I don't know when I'll have this done. I'm not the only one building this, but I did help, and mainly with collecting materials. But this is just an apartment building, sort of. As you can see, we didn't start from the bottom. We started above the lobby, which I don't know why. I forget exactly why we did that, but this is about what it'll look like. I do really like the design. I think that this is pretty much what I wanted to do the entire time. I'm not sure how many floors I want. Like right now it's about 10 floors, because yeah, about 10 floors plus the lobby. But most people have told me to go above this height. Now, I'm not sure if I want to impose a height limit around here, which could be interesting, because, you know, we all have a lot of huge structures here. Like, I don't want this whole area to be skyscrapers, because then my castle will look pretty pathetic over there. If that's going to be the height of most of the towers, then that's, you know. But anyways, that's pretty much it for the apartment building. I'll let you know when we have another update on this, but probably not until next episode. Also, I just quickly wanted to mention that the scaffolding that was here before is not really close to what this is at all. And there was also a building here, but I don't know, we kind of changed ideas a bit. And I'm glad that we did. I think that this is like exactly what I envisioned, really. And yeah, this will look great. The building that was here, I'm not 100% sure what that was. And I don't think it was really going to stick around for a long period of time. But anyways, the next thing that I'd like to show is the warehouse. Now, this just has torches. No, it doesn't actually. I think I got rid of the torches up here and replaced them with glowstone. Now, I won't really be working on this area for a while still, but I just wanted to light this area up. And yeah, right now it has glowstone since I just got a whole lot from the nether. But I think that what I'd like to do is replace all this with redstone lamps, which I don't know if I'll do that now, but once I do have a bunch of redstone lamps, I will do that, because I think that that really fits the whole warehouse theme here. And while we're in the area, I just wanted to talk about what's next for this area and what I'm going to do with this land. Now, there isn't really a better way to show the area than at the top of the apartment building, so that's why I come up here. But yeah, so as you can see, there's a lot of ravines and holes in the land, and this side of the island is pretty much fine. Like, it's good for building and stuff. But then there's this side which still needs to be flattened out and stuff. And I think that in preparation for building things here, because people have asked me if they can build things here, and I want more buildings here. So I will be flattening out the land and making this look a bit nicer in the next little while, probably between this video and the next. And I mean, this island, it looks incredible. I'll be giving a bit of a tour of that island later in the video. And what else? This stuff I'll get rid of. That's been there a while. I don't really know about whose that is, but nobody's doing anything with that, so it's gone. And I've put up a bit of a fence around the courthouse since I don't know when that's going to be finished. And I don't think there's any plans to build anything around here. The next thing to talk about is over on this side, which is, the island there. I know I'm going to die, so... Now, this island is still in the process of being flattened, and once it finally is, which I have no idea when that will be, I think it's about halfway done or so, there will be some huge buildings here, which will be very interesting. Though, I don't know if he'll ever get that done, honestly, at the pace that he's working at, but when that is done, it'll look incredible. I'm also seeing this building from afar, and this is really the only building that you can see in that area from far away. So that also better look good. Oh, my castle too. But yeah, so not really much to say about this area, except that I hope it'll be done soon. Now, coming over here to this marketplace area, not much else has changed here, but I'd like to get my shop done soon. I don't know what I'm going to sell. Some of these buildings are still atrocious. Which is not really inviting anybody to this area, but I still need to do this bridge. I'm thinking about doing it much in the same style as those bridges, since people seem to really like those on the server. And yeah, I mean, that's about it for this area. There's not really much happening here. Something else I've not really spoken much about is this cave. Now, I don't really know what I want to do with this, but I'd like to incorporate it somehow into the building of the castle or some of the other buildings that'll be here. I don't think that that goes anywhere, that cave. This just continues down into a dead end eventually. There's not much there. But there is a huge cave system below us, and I've actually found a few trial chambers and interesting things like that around, which I haven't explored yet, but I'd love to do soon. I find a lot of these things just mining and stuff, and looking for materials. And something that you may have noticed with my channel is that my videos are mostly like walking around and talking about different things that I've built or other people have built, and not so much building things. Now, I'd like to change that a bit where I do more building like on camera, because I do have a lot of that stuff just not on the video, and I think that's more interesting than just talking about it. So expect more of that in the future. Next thing I'd like to do is take a tour of that island. Alright everyone, so the next part of the video is going to be a world tour here of this island, which I don't think I've showed yet, but I think it's the closest thing to being finished on the server of the different places that there are on here. I guess we'll start with the bridge, which is, it's nice. It's very gray, but it's okay. There was a different bridge here before. I would try to show it, but I don't think that I ever really got a good angle of it that I could show. But this looks a lot better than what that was. Moving on to the actual island, and I love the way that the sun sets here. Like, this island is just so beautiful, and from my castle, it just looks incredible to have the sunset behind the lighthouse and everything here. Just wanted to mention that. And yeah, to our right is the sort of flower fields here. Not much there. I think that there will be some other stuff added there eventually. What is this? Notice board? This is sort of like a dock house. And if I can get down here, there's not really much behind these doors. But I do like the way that this building and this one sort of tie together and unite these islands in this area a bit. Coming out of here, not much in this area. I will mention though that there's another island here below this sort of canal. Is like a land bridge. Looks really nice. This was blown up with TNT, and I think that you can kind of tell that it was. So I don't know if there will ever be like a finished ground, or if that's the way that it's supposed to look. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think this will ever have buildings on it or anything. This is just, I don't know, some green space in this area. And then coming to the main focal point of the island, which is the lighthouse. I thought that this was a bit large when I first saw it, but now that the rest of the island is, it's not complete, but it's close to being complete. This sort of, it makes sense, and it doesn't look out of place anymore to me. And I guess that this is also the house. I don't know if there will be other layers eventually, but it looks nice. And from the top you get a beautiful view. I'll just sleep first because there's not really much to see during the night. Alright, so coming up these stairs, there's a parrot there, nice. And this is the top. I think this is controlled by daylight sensor, yeah. So, yeah, great view up here in every direction, really. I mean, if this wasn't here, you get a better view, but you can kind of see what I'm talking about. And I guess this whole island is a great view in general. Yeah, in this area, my castle will be eventually, which will hopefully look really good. This isn't about my island, though. And yeah, and then there's just the ocean, which is also nice. And then just forest in that direction. Although, I guess I don't need to explain all that. Alright, coming out of the lighthouse, there's sort of like an outdoor restaurant here, sort of, or kitchen, and a flower stand. Very detailed island here. And I love these trees. I definitely need to build more of my own trees instead of just growing them from saplings, because this has a lot more character and it looks much nicer than a tree like one of those trees, for example. And then coming over here, this is sort of like, this will be a beach area, and you can kind of tell because of the racks of canoes there. Don't know what that chest is for. And then the graffiti. This is kind of how we do graffiti on the server. It's just put paintings up. And I don't know, it kind of started as a joke, but I don't know. It looks really good here, I think. It really pops and it's crazy. But it does look nice, I think. Yeah, lots of nice details here. Coming up here is a storage building. I definitely need to have something like this in my castle, because my chests are pretty unorganized right now. Then coming down here, this is like the most recently changed thing. Since I was here last, this has not been here. It's sort of this alleyway. Last time I was here, it was just all gray and stuff, but now there's stuff here. And we'll show these buildings in a minute. But yeah, this alleyway has a lot of character here. It's kind of overgrown, and in here is, I believe, yeah, a Strider. Interesting. And yeah, not really much here, but it looks nice. It's sort of like a garbage on fire almost. And rotten potatoes. It's really nice because this building is a potato shop, I'll show in a second, so it's a nice touch. And then there's the enchanting table. And then up the stairs, this is probably my favorite part on the server. Now the cemetery is my favorite part of the server because it's just so peaceful. I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of silly, but I don't know, I like it. A nice view here of the ocean. Coming down here is a windmill, nice. And yeah, no interior here, but that's alright. And then the farm, which I don't know how to get down from here. Alright, oh, this is new. This also wasn't here, this was all just stone before. I love this frog statue. And yeah, it's just some farm fields there. And some animals, and that's pretty much it. And the island is pretty much the end of the island right there. And then there's also this horse pen here, which looks really nice. And this has been here for a long time. It's probably the oldest building on this island that's still here. It seems that every time I come to this island, it's changed, like, significantly. And then there's a nice well here. Nice. A lot of nice details and touches there. And yeah, we'll start with the holy potato, I guess, which really caught my eye when I first came over here and it was built. And I really like the use of the banners there. I definitely need to learn how to make those banner patterns. And there's some more in here. Yeah, look really nice. And then this building has no interior whatsoever. But I do like the way that these shelves are used as like blinds. And I also like the slanted roof. And then this is the final building, which is also a shop. I don't know what'll be sold here. The other one's obviously a potato shop. But this has got an attic. Yeah, not much up there. But yeah, I don't know when this will be finished. This is relatively new. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for this island. It looks really nice. And yeah, I'll look to come back here sometime soon. Alright everyone, and I just want to quickly show what I did on a live stream, which, yeah, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, should be somewhere on my channel if you want to see, but it was pretty boring. I didn't really do too much. Except this. I thought that I'd get way further, but this is all that I did. Now, I'm not really sure how I like this. I think that I wanted the blackstone to continue up, like, to where the basalt starts, or basalt. I don't know what it's called. And I don't think that the tuff should be, there shouldn't be this much. So this is subject to change, but this is what it looks like right now. It's definitely not finished. You can see it's like over there it'll all be covered in these rocks and stuff, and so will that cobblestone wall. But I just wanted to get a start on this, and you can kind of see how this could turn into a volcano, like with some lava and magma in there, and how the castle wall will just, I don't know. I have a vision for this, so we'll see how this goes. But that's pretty much it for the video, so thanks everybody for watching. It was a bit of a shorter one, but yeah, I don't really have any plans for next video actually. I'll try to do this wall on another live stream. And so yeah, until next time, thanks for watching.